How many times in your life do you get to drink something out of a pineapple?
Did my eye shake?
For the record, I fucking hate leaf blowers. I hate them. This is what it's all about though. All right, I'm back. It feels weird, honestly, to be like back home and having to like ride again. I don't know. It's like after all the training, you race and then you travel. Travel was really the craziest part. Like just the fatigue associated with that just gets you. My tri bike's still not here, so I'm about to go on a bike ride, right? That's really what I'm getting at. We're gonna go on a bike ride with Skylar. We're gonna take the road bike out and just go for an hour. And I'm gonna swim about 2K later. And that's it for today. Tomorrow, we'll just start getting back into it. But it just feels weird after like you've got months or years and years of just accumulative training that it's like, it was nice to take a bit of a break and a breather, but I'm ready to get back into the grind, into the routine. I mean, I woke up at like freaking 2 a.m. today and it's 11:30. So I've like already had a long day. I'm a bit tired, nervous that I'm gonna just be grinding myself into a pole. Gotta go to a lacrosse game tonight at 7 o'clock. So it's gonna be a bit of a day. I'm still a little sore. My undercarriage is still a little sore. I'm gonna put some chamois cream on. This is the best one ever, DZ nuts. So yeah, let's go ride. It's an easy 1 hour ride. And I'm gonna take you with me, but I'll let you know that it's gonna be good, it's gonna be easy. We'll track when my freaking tri-bike gets sent out though from Canada. So hopefully in the next few days. And we'll kind of go over some lessons learned about bikes, bike setup, gear, training protocols. We're gonna go differently for St. George 70.3 versus the full distance. So that's what you have ahead of you. Insight in my brain. And I was already on like 4 meetings today, getting work done, paying bills, talking with my hands. Later. All right, here we are. And honestly, like it's been a tough 24 to 48 hours. Mainly because you travel that long, you get home late, then getting up, coming home, the time zone just chapping me hard, feeling like a zombie. So I was a little bit shitty, attitude, everything. I still rode for an hour and a half and then swam for 30 minutes, but man, I just no bueno yesterday. But today's a new day. It's Ironman 70.3 Oceanside happening right now. So I've been watching the commentary. Love seeing some of my friends out there. Lisa just rolled up into 4th place on the bike. Saw Greg Harper leading out of the water, just putting on a class. Colin Suk's up in there, having a good race. Anyways, I gotta get my 30-minute run in, and this is kind of the start of me getting back into like training for Ironman 70.3 St. George. You know, I felt off yesterday. I was feeling worthless, like depressed, pretty bad actually. And today I'm not like in a super solid, better day, but I think my bike is coming now. We just got FedEx is gonna ship it from Canada. I think that like I need to believe in myself a bit more when it comes to everything that I'm doing and putting it together on race day and the training. Like I'm really motivated for the next block, these next 4 weeks, so I can put some firepower into myself before St. George, specifically on top end power on the bike. If I can get top end power on the bike, I think everything else that I've been doing will really add up. Or the swimming and the running, they're still pretty good right now. They're still where I was hoping they would be this time of year. So I think we got a good plan. Just got to stay the course, and it's never going to be a linear progression. You know, you've got to constantly take measure of yourself. What has been working, what hasn't, what are you willing to change, where's your headspace been failing you? And for me, it's just been I've been dedicating so much to this team and this family that I've kind of been really trying to be a better father figure and better husband, and then better coach, better business owner, and then a better athlete. It's not for a lack of capability. I know I'm talented enough to do it. It's just making sure that I'm putting everything into it like I did years ago when my results were much better. But anyways, let's kick off this training block. Let's suffer, try, let's send it, let's make it really great. Let's make some friends, let's get some heat. I'm gonna take you through all of it. I'll show you how it looks for a mediocre guy with really good abs, just saying. What it's like. Peace out, thanks for checking in. Let's hit the next segment. All right, and that's run complete, and now it was a good run. My lungs still feel a little bit shitty. I had a lot of congestion after that race. My sinuses were a little crap. You can hear I'm like wheezing for freak's sakes, but just did a run today. Gonna swim later for an hour, do a gym session, bike, swim again tomorrow. Just taking her back easy. The legs felt pretty springy, just running like sub 7-minute miles, just casually, no big deal. And then I gotta take my daughter thrifting. We're gonna go thrifting today, because that's what you can do when you don't have a crazy hectic schedule. You gotta give some back to the fam. So here we are all day, been thrifting, played a lot of PS5, a lot of Call of Duty today. It's been real not productive. In London, decided to make butterscotch pudding, of all things. I don't know if you've ever had butterscotch pudding, but I'm not gonna say anything about it. You just gotta try it. Could be good, could be bad. You just gotta try Yesterday was all fun and games and feeling okay. Today, I just feel like ass. I had to take some Advil because my body was so achy and I'm fighting something off, but what do you do when you're a little ill? You start hammering vitamin C. I take so much vitamin C. I hydrate a ton. I take all my probiotics and I take a lot of protein. Bunch of protein, bunch of fluids, bunch of vitamin C, bunch of oranges, and just hammer it and then know you're gonna get better. Well, I know what you're saying. You're like, you look like you've been in a rehab facility. And yeah, that's how I feel. My hair is just awful right now. Sorry, but I'll be brief. Been sick for the last 48 hours. I think this morning was the last of it. Now I just got to get through the brain fog. I had a nasty fever. Just been drinking a lot of fluids, getting a lot of protein. I got my rest of my family also sick, so that's great. You know, a lot of reflection, a lot of thinking about everything I just did for travel and training and getting ready for the next build and just fine-tuning. So any opportunity to settle down and figure things out is a good chance to like kind of grow again. This will be the last day that I'm sick. Tomorrow I will be better and I will start the training program again. Let's go. All right, well, it is still not the best day ever for fitness because I'm still coming back off of being sick. The last 2 days I didn't do anything besides lay around. I haven't done that in forever, to be honest. What can you do? You can only do what your body really wants you to do. But coming back into training after you've been ill, you know, it's tenuous. You're like, sometimes you really want to go for it and then you jump right back into where you were. But for me, I'm going to start with some flow rope today just to kind of get my hips all open up. And pretty much this just looks like getting the rotation of the hip, driving forward with the step, leaning forward over that foot, forward, backwards. This is a great thing to travel with too. Kind of helps you sync up, make sure that you're good to go. There's like some other ways and variations you can kind of get the hips going and make sure you're warmed up right. It's a little trivial, I think, if you just think about it from like, well, how is this going to help me run? But it's all the minutia of everything adds up, the smallest details. And if you're going to turn the hips on and make your hip mobility really important, what happens is a lot of runners will tend to get that like crouch down position rather than that elongated hip extension. So working hip extension is really the goal, especially after you've been sitting and doing nothing. Other things I'll do is I'll pull a tire right there. I'll drag this around with this harness and it'll make sure that I'm just kind of still get that forward lean, get the hip extension, get the hips engaged. But I think I'll just do like a 25-30 minute walk jog right now with my dog, supplementing still with all the vitamins and minerals I can. It just doesn't stop when you're trying to get healthy and you've only got a short amount of time. Like I really need to get back into the power. Oh, I still don't have my bike yet.
Bike update.
It's like in Memphis, but it's at least en route. But anyways, that's what's up. We're gonna kind of keep hitting it today, super chill, but that's it. Let's get moving. Pretty terrible. Now we're dragging tire just to work on form, making sure I'm getting back to that forward lean because my body tends to put me more vertical when I'm fatigued. So teaching myself to, even during fatigue, to lean into it and not have that collapsed hip is the key. That's why we're pulling tire nice and slow, just to focus on good engagement of all the prime movers, building durability, lower leg elasticity. That's what we're doing. Not doing it for speed and power, just for technique. So I'll do about 5 or 6 passes of this. But hey, the view ahead of me is good. Look at that. Just looking at the old mountain. All right, here we are. The day is it's April 9th, which is a Wednesday. Just been up since 6 o'clock, working. The tasks that I've had to do today. Well, last night we had a great podcast, so we're just putting the clips together for that with our editor, making sure we can promote it and get more people listening to the work we do. And it's also pretty entertaining and fun. So if you haven't checked out Real Triathlon Podcast, find it anywhere podcasts can be found. My bike still is in Memphis.
Bike update.
It hasn't moved in like a day and a half, FedEx, and I'm looking at the tracking right now, and I'm not seeing anything that says when it should be here. I just see, hey, it's there. A bit frustrated that I don't have a bike yet. I need to ride today a little bit anyways. I have actually a run with some 1 to 2 minuters just to get some leg speed going again. But I'm gonna wait till it's warmer. We're brought on 2 more coaches for Enduro, and I need to make that business actually like run well, like we do RTS. And we've got our custom clothing orders coming in. We've got St. George to plan for. I've got to try to get ready again. I still haven't really unpacked all the way. We've still got my shoes sitting here. We've still got all my bike materials, my luggage that had all my gear in it. There's just a lot to do. Oh, I pulled out my drone. I haven't used this thing in forever. I'm gonna start using that again. More content. Aspen is just having a good old day. Hi, Aspen. How are you? She went on a run with me yesterday. Oh, man. Anyways, we're going to do some training today. Eat, recover, keep going, and try to hold on to this roller coaster. Ho, ho, ho. Here we are. It is time to go on my first big boy run since being sick. I mean, it's not even, I shouldn't even say that. It's not a big boy run, just a few intervals. I'm gonna put my power meter on. Ooh, look at my new shoes. Look at these little devils. These are they're not new, like new model, but they're a new colorway. These Asics Magic Speed, one of my favorite kind of trainers that give you a little bit more extra support. I gotta put my power meter on my shoe, but we're just gonna do a 30-minute warm up and feel like death because I still feel a little shit. And then we're gonna do some 1 minuters at just like tempo, just to add some leg speed and leg power and suffering and feeling better. That's it. We'll do some warm ups, some cool downs. 72 degrees. We're getting warm in St. George, so that's why we're going tarps off. All right, so how'd that run go? Well, it's hot. It's like 75, which is hot here because the sun's full on and that door is loud. But yeah, it's bright out, it's hot, and basically 10 by 1 minuters at like 340 per kilometer. So like, I don't even know if that is 6 something or 5, high 5s, low 6s. Tempo pace was all right. Can't breathe. Can't freaking breathe. And now I'm gonna go hit the hyperbaric chamber, probably gonna shower, gonna eat, and then gonna swim. All right, the weather's shitty, the pool's warm. We'll get this swim done. I get like 1 workout a day where I feel good, and then the rest of it I just kind of have to rally. So I'm gonna have to rally for this swim. Until the next one, it is what it is. Send it. All right, for real, that was the best I've felt in a swim in probably like a month. Like, felt so energetic, like I wasn't fatigued, I wasn't out of breath. Sodium bicarbonate, took it this morning. I don't know if it's helping now still, but I feel like I'm coming back. Man, fucking love it when it goes like that. Yeah, that's right, good song. All right, it's the 10th of April. So I'm, about a month out from Ironman 70.3 St. George. It's time to get on it. Anyways, yesterday I swam like 3K, a little over that. I didn't do much else afterwards, came home. Still just fighting through the doldrums of coming back into fitness. Man, I weeded out here the other day and there's already like 17 more weeds. But I think overall the body, like still my left Achilles is a bit tight. I need to kind of get this worked out right here. It's a little swollen. Little swollen, it's all right. Gotta start training with some more of my athletes. I was going to this morning, but then I slept in because I was super still catching up on sleep. I haven't been sleeping well the last few days, so time to focus on sleep. Today, we're We're gonna ride the bike for 2 hours. I gotta see where my bike is. I'm gonna check right now.
Bike update!
Because I bet it's still in mother effing Memphis. Still in Memphis. Same exact spot. Oh no, it's moved. That's good. Alright, maybe it's gonna get loaded onto a plane. Check it out. Okay, good news. Alright, this is where I've been spending my last 48 hours most of my day. At my desk, working taxes, because we had to switch our tax guy because my bookkeeping company put on the job. Didn't do a very good job, let's just put it that way. So, having to do all our tax stuff kind of different with a new best friend CPA. Eating breakfast, cereal. We got cereal with banana. And I gotta set up a couple meetings, gonna go on a 2-hour bike ride. Then we're gonna hit it going, but I still got this hip flexor issue right here, right on the old, deep in the iliacus. I gotta figure out what's going on with my hip. It's been there for like 8 months. It's a strain or a tendonitis. I don't think it's a hernia, but every time I do a long, hard run or I sit, it just kind of flares up. So I gotta fix that. A lot of things happening today, all good things, but that's the chaos of my life. Okay, ride complete, and let me clean my camera. All right, that's pretty much the same. So now I'm gonna have my standard 2 fried eggs, cast iron skillet, because you know it's great, and 1 pancake. My daughter made me a pancake. We ran out of maple syrup of all the things that we didn't order this week. I gotta go to the store today and get some good sourdough bread anyways, because our hot loaf is about to be gone. Then I got a 5K swim today. What was James thinking? Yeah, he's probably gonna be feeling like 5K swim this week. Nope. But I'll do 4K. I'll Rochambeau you for it, James. The podcast episode we did the other day is going great. A lot of fun content there. Now I gotta put away all these groceries, clean up for my kid who made me a pancake, because that's what you gotta do. And then eat these eggs. Keep getting organized. Knocking shit off the list every day. Do I rest? Only when I'm sick. I'm not sick anymore. No rest. Will not be resting. Only be besting and investing and arresting anyone who gets in my way. All right, it's a Saturday, and I don't even know the last time I recorded. Probably yesterday, but not much. But the day before, I did a lot. So what happened yesterday was a lot more fatigue. I had my first bike ride that was really tough. First workout after Ironman and being sick. Took a bunch of bicarb, and I just started cramping at the end. It was 3 hours with 2 minutes of like 320 up to 360, and then back down to 320. And the next one started 360, then went down to 320, then went back to 360. So it was pretty hard. I obviously wasn't holding that at the very end, but it was like 300, 320 at the end. Just dying. Literally a reminder that you have to suffer. You have to teach yourself how to suffer if you want to go beyond. And man, I really suffered. I just laid on the couch for 2 hours afterwards, ate a bunch of food, had to go to a lacrosse game, which was fun. Tyler scored a goal, so that was good. And today is a local triathlon we're gonna go support. So we're gonna head there now, and we're gonna go support my athletes, and Amy's coming with me. She better be looking exactly like me also before she comes downstairs. Yay!
Just like that.
Yay! So this is Farmstead Coffee, where we normally get coffee after a long run, or Amy will come pick me up here and we'll meet. It's like a nice little atmosphere. It's right by the St. George 70.3 transition and finish line, so it's a great spot. They've got good coffee, there's murals, there's just good weather. There's like a bike event going on today. There's hundreds of people on bikes. It's just a lot going on. It's pretty good. So we're gonna get coffee. Actually, I already had coffee, so I'm getting food, and then we're gonna go to this race and support, and then come home and just do an easy spin, and then start my next actual build, because I got a lot of work to do still. All right, we made it. You're gonna have like $15,000 to $20,000 bikes, and you're gonna have Walmart bikes. It's like super diverse group of individuals here deciding to show up. There's a mountain bike. Amy thinks that's funny. She
Does
said
this seriously start in like 30 minutes?
it'll start in 20 minutes.
Well, where's everyone at?
Everyone's inside. getting warmed up. Everyone's getting warmed up.
What's up?
The elite wave. The elite wave is here. From
Right over here.
Savannah, Lacey.
So the first athletes, you guys are going to run down into the pool at the far end. Yes? No, stay there. Your timing mat's over there. Once we say go, then you guys will filter into the pool.
That thing's legit.
The pool will come shorter. So just pay attention.
Good luck, buddy. Good luck, guys. Have fun. Good luck, man. Good to see you. Have fun. Have fun. Good to see you. See you, Jeff. See you, buddy. See you, guys. Good job, Savannah. Nice job, Jeff. You look good in the water, man. Jeff, your form looked awesome in the water, bud. Come on, Savannah. Braun, good job, buddy. Nice and smooth. Smooth, 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 smooth. Smooth as fast, Braun. There you go. Helmet, strap. Send it, buddy. Have fun. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, Savannah. Catch Jeff. Come on, Savannah. All right, job done. We came, we saw, we cheered. Saw a lot of triathletes who I didn't know this town even had. People just swim once and then come out and do this race. It's like a 400-yard swim, maybe like a 12-mile bike, and then like maybe 3-mile run. I don't know, but awesome no matter what. 600 people came out and they sold out. This is the grassroots type of stuff like that makes it all worthwhile. So I'm glad we came. All right, update on today. So we did our really fun go to the little local indoor swim with the outdoor triathlon. Had like 5 athletes racing that. Super awesome. Great tune-up before 70.3 St. George. And now I'm just kind of spinning the legs out from yesterday's destruction. Like I'm definitely got put to the ropes yesterday and I'm feeling it today. I'm super tired. So I'm glad today's just a 75-minute spin. The weather's not super hot, but we're in short sleeves, always looking really good with the Zoot kit. But that's today. We're not gonna do much. Just gonna rest, recover, and get ready for this next 3 weeks of crazy. I gotta get my biking really hard. So I'm gonna be working, you're gonna see it. It's gonna be a struggle, but that's why I do it. Struggle is life. And then how you struggle and come out of it and become better is the point of life for me. So anyways, that's today in this lovely little scenery behind me. All the nice green amongst the desert. Here we are, another day getting ready for the grind. We're gonna have our coffee. This is when I went to Ironman, to Norseman, Oslo, got the cup, had it ever since. It was many, like 10 years ago, something like that. But the weather today is looking pretty good. It's like really pretty. I know I gotta mow the grass. It's starting to grow back in, so don't judge me, but we're getting some better grass. Weather's looking good. It's like 50 degrees. We're gonna go do like a 90-minute run. We're getting back into the chaos of St. George 70.3 build. That's the focus of this video, obviously. But of course, there's life. Like we gotta do dishes, we gotta cook, we gotta clean from every single day before. I gotta take care of the athletes, and I gotta take care of myself. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this hair. I might just cut it all off, man. I might like seriously go back to basic training and just get her trimmed, buzzer. But I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm just tired of hair. I sound like an old woman who's like gonna just go gray and just have a dude haircut. But we're gonna go, I'll take my GoPro today, so we'll just get a little bit of run footage. I think we might run into some other athletes, maybe, if they're gonna be out there doing some track work. That's it. Now, had coffee, you know what that means. Bathroom. Bye. All right, here we are at location that's going to make it easy for us to run up and down Diagonal Street, which is the main long stretch you go up and down for Ironman 70.3 St. George. So that's the goal today. Get some good hill reps, get ready to run downhill fast. You gotta run downhill fast. It's just 3-minuters today, so nothing crazy, but we'll go 10 by 3 minutes. We'll do half up, half down, or couple up, couple down. This is the long road you got to go down. Pretty much like 5K up, 5K back, with a lot of ups and downs in between, but it's not too bad. This first bit kind of gradually ramps, gets steeper as you go. But here we go, another St. George. Here's one of the out and backs, and then over there, we run up and down there, then we run up and down here, and you take a right, and then it goes up a little bit more, and then you get a lot of downhill, so it's good. You can get a lot of speed on the downhill. It's like just cruising. I'm at like 6:15 minute mile uphill, like 8-minute mile just on warm-ups. So you gotta learn how to run uphill and downhill effectively. All right, so that was that. It was a pretty decent run. Uphill, downhill is pretty tough to just get your forward lean. No matter what, you always want to get that forward lean, but downhill you want to get that forward lean real good. You have to have a lot of power generation and durability on this course because it's a lot of pounding up and down, a lot of fast kind of maneuvering left and right on the golf course, and you just got to make sure your glutes, posterior chain, your Achilles, all that is good. That's why we're doing some light activation stretches, and so we'll do some eccentric calf raises just to kind of keep everything loose as a goose. All good. One gel got me through it, did it fasted. Now I'm gonna go crush some food, and I'll start taking in more and more fuel, and I'll start taking in sodium bicarbonate probably next week before most workouts to start get my gut tolerance back to where that can handle 20 grams of sodium bicarb, which is pretty stupid, gross, but it helps, especially during training. Even if you don't doing a race, you can push a lot of training boundaries. So it's good. That's it for now. Peace out. The lawn has been done. I raked some dead grass, of course, also. The dogs have been bathed. Come here, dogs. And now we're just doing athlete training plans and watching Formula One. We got, hi, Aspen. You're nice and dry. Well, kind of dry. Aspen's looking nice and good. They love their baths. And smelling good. Lucky, come here. Lucky needed to get a bath, too. This dog goes back and forth with the kids. Hi, Lucky. But now we're watching Formula One. We're watching Formula One. We're watching the Masters. We're having a great day. Amy went to something to do with like pedicures, so house to myself. We got a roast cooking all day for dinner. I'm not even gonna do my hair. I'm gonna go swim in a little while. And good day, good Sunday. Tomorrow we start a 26-hour week. It's gonna be a good week. Here we are, back getting a full, intent on having a good week. Had to make some adjustments on the bike since I've been home. It'll be home for 2 weeks now, and I still don't have a bike.
Bike update.
It's crazy how time flies, and you're just kind of like checking on it every day, waiting and sending notes to FedEx to see what's gonna happen. Like, bike still is en route. Still have 3 weeks until Ironman 70.3 St. George, so I'm not super stressed, and obviously I'm riding my road bike. I had to adjust the position a little bit, so I was a lot more forward. Because, man, I rode the other day and, like, the geometry was a little bit, I was scooted back quite a bit more. Felt real bad on the legs. So I fixed that. So today we've got a 3-hour and some change ride. Me and Jackson are going to be on Zwift right now. So it's going to be a massive day. We've got a bunch of precision. We got a flow gel. I'm going to use that. Yesterday was like watching the Masters, watching Formula One, and truly just taking a bit of a lighter day. I had a good run, 90 minutes, but then I didn't swim my 5K. I swam only like 2K. But it's because I was watching the Masters all day. I couldn't stop. I was pretty moved the fact that Rory McIlroy was able to pull it off. It was emotionally a roller coaster of a day with his mistakes, and it was one of the most incredible Masters I think I've ever watched for golf. So I got caught up in that. We had a good dinner. Amy and I just laid around and haven't done that in forever. So what a good day. What a nice opportunity to hit a week recharge and started, ready to go. So that's gonna be today. Right now we just got this vibe going on right there. We're gonna be Zwifting, waiting for Mr. Jackson. So we'll get through this, we'll go for a run, and we'll try and get to the next session, the next full week, 26-hour, 27-hour week, and get ready for St. George. Okay, workout done. 3.5 hours on Zwift. 30 laps of the volcano circuit. Let's see if you get anything special. No. Now we're gonna go run for 30 minutes. We got some good news.
Bike update.
So FedEx emailed me finally and they're like, hey, I've been assigned to your case to help you out. And guess what? We need some customs documentation. So I got the documents. They sent it to me in a DocuSign, so it's easy for me to fill out. And then hopefully they release it and send it back and I can get my bike in the next 4 days. Hey fam of triathletes who've been following along and hopefully learning a few things about me, maybe about the life I live, etc. But here to hit you with some reality, right? We're all pushed to be better. We're all salivating when we can think of the growth and opportunity and money. And of course, I didn't have like a super tight family growing up. I kind of like grew up a lot on my own emotionally after the age of like, I don't know, 13, 14. A lot of craziness in my life in terms of who I lived with, you know, the things up and down with my parents. They did the best they could. I'm not dogging them. But I think most importantly, I never stopped or learned what unconditional love really felt like. I know my parents wanted to give it to me the best way they could, but I probably didn't make time or understand it. And so, yeah, it's bothered me a lot in my relationship now, where I routinely will forget to prioritize the things that matter, like family first, always, no matter what. And I'll take on more work, more relationship, and it'll detract. It'll make my slice of the pie for family in validating and taking care of my people who matter most to me a little bit less. And so yesterday was a real tough day for me to not have a lot of self-love and try to, I don't know, force some people out of my life who I have promised a lot to, and I let them down. So this can happen to anybody at any time, and I know we all struggle, but we probably just don't get a chance to talk about it. So in efforts to keep this pretty real, and honestly like what I go through, yeah, I almost had to start my whole family life over again yesterday because I was just selfish with my heart and emotions, and I was, you know, things obviously have been piling up and they weren't being taken care of. So I'm advocating each of you talk more with your significant other, have better communication lines, have a better plan, don't avoid things that you're nervous about, because we're really good at avoiding when we're triathletes or athletes because we want to focus on the things that give us the most direct level of impact or residual fatigue. We're like, oh, I want to invest in that, I want to feel it. But really, it's the things that matter the most, which are less about doing and more about being. And so that's my goal for the next foreseeable future, is to treat myself better, get into regular counseling or therapy. Don't be afraid to do that. Can't always be about the result, the quantifiable. Gotta focus on the love, gotta have self-love. In any ways, that's my under 5-minute spiel on the things I think that matter. The training today, double swim, 1 pool, 1 open water. Still waiting to get my bike back from FedEx.
Bike update.
Updates on that are I've submitted all my forms to FedEx. 2 days of going back and forth on getting those right. Air Canada has been actually helpful. The guy at the baggage thing, and he's been reaching out and trying to get FedEx to send the package and release it. So there's a lot on my side on this one. It's just I don't have my bike back. It hasn't moved yet, and it's April 16th, and I got home on April 2nd. So this is kind of turning into like a big pain in the ass because I would really love to be outside on my TT bike. Anyways, 5 minutes. That was good. Peace out. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay, so today is final day of this vlog because my bike's coming back. Finally. We'll kick off the next part probably with a new revitalized bike situation. But we just did a Zwift race with Jackson. It was like an hour and 15 or 12 minutes at like, I think I averaged 298 watts. Just trying to push my top end. We're gonna go for a 30-minute run off this. This will be a 3-hour ride, 30-minute run. Then we'll swim 4K. So it'll be a good vibe. Why you gotta scream like that?
Why do you have to... Why? I hate that f***ing camera.
You're wearing a bathing suit for making dinner. Is it blue 70 at least? At least you got blue 70. My bike just showed up. Just came in. Look at all the stickers all over it. They got this sticker, these stickers, fragile stickers, and more stickers. This big old tag situation. More of these stickers that say rushed. All kinds of nonsense. It's here, so let's cue the montage of dancing.
Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have good news.
Bike update.
We've got a bike right here, and it's as expected from Bike Box Allen. It's totally perfect. So we're gonna build this thing. We're gonna start riding it tomorrow, first thing. But like, I've got parts of this thing all over the place. Now I gotta hunt it down and figure out where everything is. London, are you excited? Aren't you excited I got my bike?
Yay!
So stoked. What's our excited dance?
You can't post this part.
Yes, I am.
No!
Everything on this camera gets posted. All right. So there's a few things you gotta do when you get your bike back from a race. And I'm doing this 3 weeks after my race. So I don't even remember what I was supposed to do, but I have a chain whip and I've got a bag of tools and parts here. You need to have a cassette tool and a chain whip. So BRB, I'm gonna go find that. So I found it and it was in this case with all my other shit. We're gonna have to put some bottle cages back on. We're gonna have a spare tire that we're just gonna have for the future. We've got my Fast TT bars all bundled up here nice and neat. And then I've got this cassette tool. What a gem. And then I store my, this is a nice flat hard case, and this is where my rotors are also, so they don't get bent, even though they look kind of like ass. Probably time for some new rotors. But anyways, that's usually the first thing I do when I get the bike back, is I gotta change out the disc cassette. So we're gonna take this. We got the Envy disc, no dents, no punctures, no jacked up stuff like most of the other athletes on RTS who have not taken as well of care of their stuff. Okay, let's get the cassette, or the chain whip set first for leverage. And then we're gonna apply reverse pressure. There we go. Now we just unscrew this thing. That's the best part. This freaking SRAM setup is such a great unit. Look at that. Now we just got SRAM red cassette. This is a 1033. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna stay with the 1x setup for St. George. I mean, you definitely need all of your gears if you've got a 2x. And I have a 2x, but right now we've got that 58 tooth. So anyways, when you put this back on, get your free hub body, you got your cassette, just let it find its situation, and then put a little pressure, put the cassette tool on there, and then gradually start threading it on there, and it just automatically tightens up more and more. You can watch and make sure it's not asymmetrical, and then just snug. You don't need to go over tight and break anything. And then also with your rotor, I've got this end cap here from my disc that fits a cassette tool also, and I run a smaller rear rotor and a bigger front rotor. So we'll set this guy right here, run these teeth. I think that's how I run it. I swear, it's been so long I don't remember. Let's find out. And once you get that on there, you can use the same cassette tool. And just make sure it's pretty snug. That one has like a little bit of a lock washer. I got my skewer inside to make sure the frame never gets too compressed. And let's see if this is the right size rotor. And it is. But I think I need it anyways. Doesn't seem like it's gotta clean it off. It's like all dirty. This whole bike is still dirty. I gotta get this screwed on before it falls off. It was weird, the other day I was riding my road bike and I noticed my front wheel was a little bit like, I don't know, like a little play in it, and my front axle was a little loose. It scared the bejesus out of me. And I didn't have an actual tool on me for some reason. I was like on a casual ride and didn't care. They let the air out of this tire in South Africa. It was a dick move. Luckily it didn't break the bead. So yeah, we'll put the big front rotor on now. All right, so we'll put this back on. Use the old cassette tool again. Get rid of the old crank down there. And then take my 3-way, unscrew the front fork. None of the brakes got compressed, so I don't need to really spread these out. Shouldn't have any probs. This front fork is just so freaking massive. Big old aero foil. Thank you, Ventum. Nice and snug. And oh yeah, she's not looking too good on the. I'm gonna have to do some open heart disc surgery to make sure that's good to go. Anyways, I won't take you through the whole build, but that's what it looks like from this point. All right, the bike has been built. We are here with the crew. We're gonna do some Snow Canyon. We're gonna do some course preview, but the vibes are just absolutely high right now. Everyone's stoked. Woo! Look at this.
Menu.
I want to watch out for, you know, traffic. We just park ourselves anywhere. No big deal. Look at that. Everyone's here. Woo! Here we are getting after it as a collective of psycho people who decided to ride their bikes on a perfectly good Saturday. This is what it's all about, though. Fun in the sun in Snow Canyon.